There's a reason why some words seem to touch something deep, almost inexplicable within us. It is not just the sound, but the frequency they carry. And among these rare words, forgotten by time, there is one that not only conveys peace, but activates an almost immediate state of manifestation. Imagine for a moment that everything you desire, financial security, freedom of choice, abundant opportunities, is already vibrating somewhere. And that the only thing missing is your attunement to that frequency. No effort, no struggle, just alignment. If you have ever felt that there is something more than meets the eye, then this message is for you. Many people live repeating patterns of scarcity without realizing it. They have not been taught to connect with their true source of power, vibration. No matter how hard they try, if the energy they hold is one of fear, lack, or doubt, reality will continue to reflect that. Not because life is unfair, but because the universe only responds to what you put out. What few people know is that there's a direct way to reorganize this frequency. And it starts with a word, a sacred sound, originating from one of the most spiritually charged languages in history, Aramaic. But before you learn this word, you need a pause. Take a deep breath. Bring your awareness to the present moment, because this knowledge is not theoretical. It is alive. It is activated the moment you feel it, not just the moment you understand it. Now ask yourself, do you believe that the way you talk to yourself affects your reality? Have you noticed that when you change your language, your emotional state also changes? That words like I can't, it's hard, I'm stuck create feelings that, deep down, keep you exactly where you are? This realization is crucial. Words are not just expressions, they're vibrations. And every time you say something, you are sending signals to the invisible field around you. This field does not understand explanations. It responds to vibrations. And that is why learning to use the right words with true emotion can transform everything. The word that will be revealed in this process is not a trick or superstition. It has been used by spiritual masters, healers, and mystics who understood language as an instrument of creation. Spoken consciously, it acts as a beam of light that reorganizes vibrational patterns and activates dormant pathways. But none of this will have any effect if you are not present. If you're just curious but not committed. This technique requires involvement, repetition, emotion, because the frequency you want to attract, whether it is prosperity, freedom, or fulfillment, only manifests when your energy becomes compatible with it. Now imagine the following scenario. You wake up every day with a sense of inner peace. Your bills are paid. Your work is rewarding. Opportunities come flowing. You feel light, clear, and deserving. This reality is not an unattainable dream. It is the reflection of a specific vibration, and access to it is closer than you think. The name of this vibration is Shalama. This word, in Aramaic, is often translated as peace, but its deeper meaning goes beyond superficial calm. Shalama represents a state of unity with the flow of the universe. It is harmony with creation, the point of balance where everything begins to align. When you say this word with presence and intention, something moves, something awakens. But before you start using it, it's important to understand the context in which it works. Many people want abundance, but they talk all the time about debt, worries, and limitations. They want prosperity, but they feed internal conversations full of fear. Shalama doesn't work in these environments. It's not a solution to crises. It's a seed that needs fertile soil, your emotional surrender. That's why, before using Shalama, it's essential to clear the ground. This starts with a moment of silence. It can be early in the morning before the day begins, or at night before going to sleep. Sit in a quiet place, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, What am I ready to let go of? Maybe it's anxiety. Maybe it's your attachment to control. Maybe it's old beliefs that no longer serve you. By letting go of the old, you create space for the new. And it is in this space that words gain power. Shalama should not be spoken out of habit. It should be felt. Say it with your heart. Visualize your life flowing toward the best. Imagine doors opening, the right people arriving, new ideas emerging. Each time you say Shalama, think of it as a vibrational command, a seal of energy, a code activating your new reality. And the more you repeat it, the more your field begins to adjust. At first, you may not notice anything other than a slight calmness. But that calmness is the sign. It is the beginning. Over time, the rhythm changes. You begin to act with more clarity. You begin to make decisions with more confidence. Synchronicities become more frequent. And then you understand, it wasn't the world that was against you. It was you who was out of tune. This technique, although simple, is transformative, but it requires consistency. Therefore, it is best to practice it for 21 consecutive days. Every day during this period, set aside at least 10 minutes to use the word. Combine it with visualizations. Write it down on a piece of paper. Repeat it when you wake up and before you go to sleep. Make it a realignment ritual. And if possible, share your practice. Tell someone about it. Write about it. Comment below about your experience. Shared energy multiplies. When you manifest with awareness, you help others awaken as well. Now, say to yourself in a low voice, Shalama, and feel it. This is the beginning of something new, a new vibration, a new identity, a new reality. There are practices that change your energy and others that transform your vibrational identity. The difference between them lies in their depth. One acts as momentary relief. The other causes a true frequency transition. The practice with the word Shalama belongs to the second category. To activate your true potential, you need more than faith. You need structure, repetition, and emotional commitment. That is why, in this stage, you will understand how to create the perfect environment for Shalama to act as a direct channel of manifestation, adjusting your energy, strengthening your intention, and connecting your consciousness to the flow of prosperity. Start by understanding a simple truth that is ignored by most. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you vibrate. Thoughts matter, emotions matter, but what really determines what comes into your life is the energy field that you sustain on a continuous basis. That's why repeating a mantra without emotion doesn't work. Saying you want wealth while carrying guilt or fear is like trying to walk with your foot tied to an anchor. And this is where many people get confused. They want it, they try, they affirm it, but the field isn't ready. And the universe, true to its vibration, delivers only what it finds there. Shalama's function is precisely this, to create a field ready to receive. But before using the word, your internal state needs to be prepared. How do you feel? Are you at peace or on alert? Are you centered or distracted? Are you connected to the present moment or lost in thoughts about what is missing? The first step is to be silent. Slow down. Choose, even if only for a few minutes, to be completely present. Sit in a quiet place. Turn off your cell phone. Breathe. Bring your attention to your body. Feel your feet, your breath, your heart beating. If thoughts come, just observe them. Don't fight them. Let them pass like clouds. The goal here is to create presence. And it is in this state that the sacred word begins to act with full force. With the field cleared, the second step is active visualization. You should not just imagine what you want. You need to feel as if you are already living it. If your desire is prosperity, see yourself living peacefully. Imagine yourself paying your bills with ease. Feel the gratitude of seeing money coming in, opportunities arising, doors opening. The clearer this mental picture is, the stronger the vibration emitted will be. Now, at this exact point, say mentally or in a low voice, Shalama, and say it again, and once more, but not as if you're asking for something. Rather, say it as if you were confirming something, as if you were declaring, it is already done. This is the secret of manifestation. It is not a request to the future. It is a recognition of the present. Repeat Shalama as many times as you wish, but with one detail. Keep the emotion present. Do not go into automatic mode. Each repetition must carry meaning, intention, and feeling. Now that you have learned how to prepare your field, the next step is daily practice. Manifestation does not happen by chance. It is the result of consistent repetition. Therefore, create a personal ritual. Every day at the same time, dedicate a few minutes just for this. It could be when you wake up, before bed, or during a break in the middle of the day. You don't need hours. Quality is enough. Presence is enough. During this ritual, follow 3 simple steps. 1. Silence your mind. Breathe deeply. Release tension. Clear your mind of internal noise. 2. Visualize your new reality. See, feel, and live internally what you want to manifest. 3. Repeat Shalama with emotion. Use the word as if it were unlocking energy in your field. Feel it vibrate in your body. Let the sound become a bridge between who you are now and who you are becoming. Over time, this practice begins to shape your emotional state. And that is fundamental, because those who vibrate insecurity attract instability. Those who vibrate doubt attract uncertainty. But those who vibrate certainty, confidence, and worthiness inevitably attract prosperity. And this change doesn't have to be slow. In many cases, the signs appear quickly. People report unexpected raises, creative ideas coming out of nowhere, unlikely invitations, and even financial gifts. But even if nothing happens in the first few days, keep going. The field is always adjusting before the effects become visible. And here's a vital point. Don't force results. The biggest mistake people make when practicing manifestation is rushing. They want to see something now, today. And if they don't, they give up. But energy doesn't work under pressure. It flows freely. So let go of your attachment to when. Focus on the frequency. Shalama is not a magic button. It is a path of energetic realignment. Its role is to activate the frequency of abundance within you. And it is this frequency that attracts everything you desire. Now, let's talk about unexpected manifestations. Life doesn't just give you what you ask for. It gives you what you are ready to receive. That's why prosperity often comes in disguise. It may arrive as a new project that requires courage, an invitation that seems outside your comfort zone, a change that seems unstable but holds great rewards. Your job is to be attentive, to feel, to listen to your intuition, because practicing with Shalama also activates your perception. You begin to see beyond the obvious, to intuit what previously went unnoticed. And this sensitivity is what makes you make the right decisions at the right time. So, during the process, take note of the signs. Record the coincidences. Write down any ideas that come to mind. This notebook will be your vibrational mirror. Over time, you will see that nothing is random. Everything is an answer. And remember, the most powerful manifestation is the one that transforms you from within. Money comes, projects grow, opportunities multiply. But what really changes your life is the feeling of freedom, confidence, and expansion. You start walking through the world with a different posture, a different glow, a different magnetism. That's what Shalama awakens. Not just results, but a new state of being. Now, if you want to speed up the process even more, here's some complementary strategies. Write the word Shalama on cards and spread them around your home, on your bedroom door, on the mirror, on your desk. Every time you look at it, repeat it mentally. Use the glass of water technique. Write a wish on a piece of paper. Place it under a glass of water. Hold the glass with your hands and repeat Shalama 7 times, feeling that energy being transmitted to the water. Then drink it with gratitude. Anchor the word with a physical gesture. Choose a gesture. It can be touching your heart, pressing your palms together, or touching your fingers, and associate that gesture with repeating Shalama. Over time, the gesture alone will activate the vibration in your body. Remember, the body is part of the process. When you physically incorporate the frequency, it becomes even more present. Finally, trust. Even if you don't understand all the details, even if not everything makes sense right now, trust is the frequency that opens the biggest doors. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to the process. And be consistent in your practice. Now that you know what to do, comment below. Shalama vibrates in me. Abundance recognizes me. And if you want to inspire others, respond. How did you feel after practicing Shalama for the first time? Like this video, share it with those who need this energy, and remember, you already have everything you need. Now you just have to align yourself. Now that you understand the importance of energetic preparation, conscious repetition, and daily practice with the word Shalama, it's time to consolidate everything that has been activated. This is the integration stage. This is when the practice ceases to be an exercise and becomes a natural extension of your vibrational identity. But before you continue, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Place your hand on your chest and ask yourself, what has changed since I started using this word? Perhaps the answer will come as a feeling, a new peace, a silent relief, a confidence that wasn't there before. Or perhaps it has manifested externally, a new proposal, unexpected money, a transformative conversation. Regardless of the sign, know that this is only the beginning. The frequency is already expanding, and all you need now is to stay aligned. The word Shalama is not magic in the usual sense. It is a vibrational code that reprograms your field, breaks down subtle resistance, and activates an awareness of abundance that has always been available, but may have been dormant within you. And the most extraordinary thing about this practice is what happens internally. Because true manifestation begins when you no longer need external proof to feel secure. When certainty comes from within. When peace becomes your most natural state, even before the results reveal themselves. This is the most powerful vibration there is. The peace that precedes fulfillment. In this state, you stop searching. You stop begging. You stop chasing. You start walking with conviction, choosing with clarity, acting with tranquility, because there is no longer any doubt that what is yours is already on its way. This is the field in which Shalama operates with maximum force. But here's a key point. The universe is not impressed by words. It responds to vibrations. And your vibration is defined not by what you say occasionally, but by what you feel constantly. That's why practice needs to go beyond the time you set aside for it. It needs to infiltrate your small gestures, the words you use with yourself when you're alone, your financial decisions, the way you deal with the unexpected, how you feel when you see someone else thriving, how you react to fear. All of this is telling the universe, this is who I am. And the universe, without judgment, responds, then that's what you'll get. Now, imagine living in a reality where your name is associated with fluidity, growth, and natural magnetism, where people remember you as someone who lives with confidence, who speaks with truth, who attracts with ease, who chooses with awareness. This is not luck. This is continuous alignment. And Shalama is the tool that reconnects you with this state. It works as a reminder, an anchor, a whisper from your essence saying, you already are what you seek. You just need to remember. But how do you keep that frequency alive over time? How do you sustain the field when life seems to pull you back into the old pattern? Here, are 5 practices to keep the Shalama field active. 1. Weekly recalibration ceremony. Choose a day of the week. It can be Sunday or Monday. Sit quietly, light a candle, put on some soft music, breathe deeply, and then repeat. Shalama. I allow. I receive. I vibrate. Use this moment to write down what is flowing, what needs to be released, and what you want to activate in the new week. This seals your field. 2. Conscious breathing with the word. Throughout the day, especially in moments of tension, practice breathing. Breathe in slowly and say mentally, I trust. Breathe out gently and say, Shalama. Repeat this cycle 3 to 5 times. This breathing anchors you in the present and in trust. 3. Vibrational identity statement. At least once a day, say aloud, I am a reflection of abundance. I move in peace. Shalama is my energetic signature. This affirmation reprograms your subconscious and stabilizes your vibration. 4. Intentional writing before bed. Before going to bed, write a page with the following structure. What I manifested today, how Shalama guided me, what I wish to release, what I wish to receive. This act transforms the practice into part of your sleep routine, which is when the subconscious is most accessible. 5. Sharing as vibrational multiplication. Talk about Shalama with people who are ready. This amplifies the energy, strengthens your faith, and opens unexpected portals. Whenever you share with gratitude, you send a new wave into the quantum field. Remember, the field always responds, but its timing is not linear. Sometimes a word repeated today generates results in a week, other times in an hour. The secret is not to condition the result to time. Keep repeating with faith. Keep visualizing with emotion. Keep choosing peace. And if at any point you feel yourself slipping back into old patterns, don't blame yourself. Return to center. Sit down. Breathe. Say, Shalama, I return to the truth. And feel your field rebalance itself. Because it doesn't matter how many times you lose your center. What matters is how many times you return. Shalama is the point of return. It is the gateway to your highest frequency. It is a reminder that even in the midst of chaos, there is a frequency where all is well, where all flows, where all already is. And now one last point. You're not just manifesting for yourself. You are activating a new consciousness in the world. Every time you choose peace over despair, you send out a wave that affects the collective. Every time you open yourself up to abundance, you give others permission to do the same. This practice is personal, but its impact is collective. You're a point of light. You are a walking field of manifestation. You are a channel through which the universe expresses itself. And when you vibrate with clarity, the world responds. Now, if this journey resonated with you, do 3 things. Like this video, this sends your vibration into the collective field. Share it with someone who is ready to activate this frequency. Write in the comments, Shalama lives in me. I express myself from a place of peace. And finally, answer this. What has been the most memorable moment since you started using this word? Your answer may be the spark someone else needs. Abundance is not a destination. It is a state of being. And now, you know how to access it. Use Shalama as your key. Use your vibration as your map. And allow yourself to receive what has always been yours by right.